Hey guys, I'm Mike, and this is my buddy Matt.
Sup, fuckers?
And we're About Everything, a podcast featuring best friends, where each of us takes turns hosting pretty much around every weekend or so. But every time someone hosts, they get to choose the topic of choice. But before we get to our specific topic, how you doing, Matt? How's it going?
I'm doing all right. I finally got rid of my old desk and set up this nice, fancy new setup that I might edit into the video. So,
hell yeah!
So hopefully, I'll be able to start doing more things on my side of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man! I was so happy when I got my new desk.
Dude, it's not even just a new desk. It's like I have my full sim racing thing now, and the only thing that sucks is my ass hurts sitting in it because it's the seat is literally like 6 inches from the floor. So I have to pretty much crawl into this thing, and me and Mike we're not old per se. We're both 25, but we fucking broken, dude. It sucks climbing in and out of it, but while you're in it, it's a pretty great experience to be able to do the things I've been trying to do for years now with my desk and everything shoved onto it. Now it's its own separate thing, and it works a whole lot better. I just need a new monitor now.
Isn't it, man? Like, is it so nice to just go to work and make money? And then it's like, man, I wish I could get this. And then you're like, I could though.
Dude.
And it's like, I got the money.
What a lot of people don't know is that I spend 90% of my money besides paying bills on my car. And right now, you can tell now from when I originally bought the car to now, like it has a completely new front end on it.
Mm-hmm.
Headlights, grill, bumper, like everything.
Hell yeah.
It has 2 new dents in the hood from a tree from last year. Actually, no, the year before last, like right after I bought the fucking car.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
No.
And it's such a good feeling too, that it's such a good feeling in that you could do that yourself.
So yeah, me and my dad have been tackling this car for almost 2 years now, and I'm really hoping, because we only have one more mechanical thing to take care of. That's the entire brake system. And I'm hoping to get all the dents, the rust knocked out of it, and just refinish the exterior of the car.
And just go.
I will admit, I love the gray paint that's on it. It looks very nice when, it's not all cracked away because it sat in the sun for too damn long.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you've seen it. You've seen it like right after I got the car.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. But when I'm done, it's going to look like something that just came off the floor. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I've already decided the first grand of my tax return is new wheels and tires, because it needs tires, and I want to get those damn wheels off of it.
Yeah. Myself, I've been doing good. I am blessed and thankful to be going to work. There's been a lot of layoffs, trailer factory wise. That's where I work at. I work at a trailer factory, and
according to where I work, because a lot of people don't know, Mike works in the trailer industry. I work in the axle industry, so I feed him.
Yep. We actually get our axles from Lippert, oddly enough. And Dexter wise, we have a Dexter next door. And sometimes when we need doors, they'll bring the doors to us. So
see, that's the funny thing. But apparently what I heard is by the beginning of February, most of the trailer factories are opening right back up full speed.
Real. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of it was around October. There was just one day I was at work, and all of a sudden somebody started freaking out. And then there was like this huge fucking ruckus going on. I'm like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? And there was a bunch of layoffs going on, and it was just announced, and it was getting chaotic, and all the group leaders had to gather their people, and one of them was being fucking sneaky and just saying, oh, well, they're just trying to fuck you over and blah, blah, or whatever. But it's like, whatever, dude. And since then, it's just like, it's been small production. And luckily and thankfully, I was called back. I got nervous about losing my job. Of course.
Put this in a bigger percent. Mike, how many buildings does your place have? Like production wise?
Well, let's see. We're trying to start one up in Berrien Springs for just Nomad.
I'm talking about just your location.
Let's see. There's the main plant, and then there's steel weld, and then there's aluminum weld. So we only have one big production building.
All right. I have six and a warehouse that's right behind my building. That 6 building only works one shift, so fuck that building anyways. But let me tell you how bad this shit got for us. Every building but mine went down to 2 shifts.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah. I got real lucky because the funny thing is everyone's like, you need hubs, you need brakes, and that. It's like
I was only off for 1 week, and then my boss was like, we need Mike back. And I was like, I felt so thankful. I was like, I'm so glad these guys like me and I feel important, because I don't have one specific job there. I'm a part of purchasing. I'm a part of maintenance. I'm a part of safety. I'm a part of security. I'm the main groundskeeper. I'm my own boss when it comes to groundskeeping. My stepdad is my boss manager there, but when it comes to groundskeeping, I am the man. And I also team up with our receiver manager, which he and I teamed up at the start. It was a fucking mess when we started, and I was like, okay, I'm going to update you on everything that's going on. You fix your guys, and I'm going to keep it this, and he ended up getting Employee of the Year, which I almost made it as Employee of the Year. I'm really glad it was him, though, because the rest of the year, I was really just stuck in tool crib and guard shack.
Right.
So it was really hard for me to, and I gained weight, which sucks because I was down to 228.
All right. Since we talk about weight gain and versatility at work, I literally know how to run everything in my building but the CNCs. That's a lot of fucking stuff. But very funny thing how you talk about gaining weight. When I first was hired, I was 175.
Now you're 190 something.
I'm 205.
You're 205. I was 228. Well, here's the thing. When I first started, I was in my 240s, which I had been there for a while. And then I got to 228 before the tool crib guy left. There was no one to do it, and no one knew how to really run a computer. And I was the only one who could run the computer. So I was doing that job for a bit. We were trying to hire people, but they would only stay for 1 fucking day. And then they were gone. And here's the thing. Problem. It costs money to hire someone and put them through that day.
Right.
So they were like, we can't afford to spend this money, so we need to just keep Mike in there. And now I'm just like, I'm the tool crib guy.
See, we have the same problem, except for the problem is they stay for a month or so. And then suddenly after that first month, the supervisors start overworking everyone.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not talking about 6-7 days a week, 10 to 12-hour days that you expect from a factory. You expect shit like that.
I will say I am thankful to only work 8 hours pretty much.
So am I.
I work from 5 to 1:30.
So I work 2 to 10 because I'm second shift. I'm the oddball of this podcast.
Yep. Yeah. So that's why we can't do podcasts during the week, because our hours are different.
Say since we actually never discussed it, I think ever. These podcasts are usually recorded on a Saturday or Sunday. Sundays very rarely. Fridays extremely rare. Usually it's when I call off work, tell everyone to go fuck themselves. I'm not even kidding. Like everyone, like every time I come back from taking a Friday off, a guy named Fonzie, he's my favorite fucking coworker. He's like, "Where the fuck are you part time?" We're like, "Fuck you! I just didn't want to come in."
Oh my gosh, dude! I love the people at work where I'm at. Man, they are fucking wild and funny as fuck.
I love my coworkers.
My stepdad is the goofiest motherfucker, and holy shit!
All right.
I mean, there was, you know what? I don't want to tell a story because I might keep it going too long. But I'll tell you about it one day.
All right. Like, I used to dread coming into work because I'm young. I'm working in a factory.
Yeah.
2 worst combinations in the world, unless you are I don't fucking know. Like literally, there's a special group of people that are just like, fuck it, I'm not going to college, straight to the factory.
Yeah, and you want to know what's weird though? What I see is most people who go to college, they end up in a factory anyway. Like I see a lot of
the problem with 90% of colleges, like certain ones like Full Sail University, specialty colleges, they don't guarantee you a job in the work field. They just guarantee you the knowledge. Then you have to go out and apply yourself to get those jobs. Full Sail, like there's, I don't remember what the fuck it was. I remember a Full Sail presentation we had back when I took Impact. They literally showed that like 5 or 6 graduates from Full Sail for game design worked on Dishonored.
Yep. I asked about gaming a long time ago, and she says them people don't make a lot of money.
It depends on the company you work for and your position, just like every other job.
Position.
If you're like, I've heard Goose, I showed you Goose Boost before. He used to be a game tester. He used to make like $18 to $20 an hour. That's just testing.
I make 18 to 19 an hour, but I started off real low because originally I was supposed to just do Guard Shack.
Right.
And I was just, and he was like, how much you want to get paid? And I said, I don't know. What do you think is fair? Because I was like, what do you think is fair? Because I never been at a factory, dude. And I don't know Guard Shack and I don't know all this paperwork. So, I mean, I don't expect him for me to know everything. Right. And the only reason he wanted me so bad was because I was big and I could handle myself and he didn't have to worry about me.
And if you see Mike running, you better fucking run faster than him.
There was a guy not long ago that I was chasing, which I told that story on this podcast.
Yeah.
And boy, I was fucking fire. Them guys were freaking out how fast I was moving because I'm a big guy, but I can move.
Right.
It's just, it's like, they were like, whoa, holy shit.
Like, you say you make 18 and 19. I make.
Yeah.
Granted, I have 6 years of work experience, and they've done some real shit that still pisses people off to this day.
But here's the thing: is I used to make 35 an hour on my last job.
Yeah, but you also fucked yourself up doing that.
But here's the thing, though: is I didn't get paid every week.
Right. You got paid
I was making more an hour, but but the thing was my dad and I were a team. So it was kind of like, sometimes I would help him money wise. And sometimes I told him just to keep the money because he needed it more than me, I felt. And that's just me being nice and, loving my dad. But I was always fair with my dad. And sometimes I would just wait because the people paying us would fucking take forever.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to be stuck in this masonry thing because, man, it's such a struggle. And I make less an hour now, but I know what I'm making every week and it feels great.
Right.
Like,
because
it's so much
it's
better.
Great because I can, due to the app they fucking use, which I despise with the fiery passion, I can literally check every week when I'm paid. Every Thursday at midnight.
It's so good. Like I love knowing how much I make every week. And also I gotta say the burger business on the side was so nice to have because it was extra money. But it was like I'm making money at work plus this extra money.
Yeah, but
this year, that's gonna be a problem. I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know if we talked about that yet. I think that was off recording, but like, gas and diesel is expensive for drivers, and thus everything being delivered to stores, food wise or product wise, it's costing more to put it in the stores, and thus the prices have to go up there, and that's going to make it harder for me now. And that means I have to raise my prices, which people already have a problem with my prices because it was the lowest I could go, but it was still too much, and people just aren't going to pay more than that. What I'm selling, I sell my burgers for $8, 4-ounce patty, thick fucking ciabatta buns, very filling, and cheese. And cheese and high quality cheese, not like fucking plastic wrapped American bullshit. High quality pepper jack cheese.
I will fight you with that because I do love me some Velveeta.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. That's the only good slide shit.
I'm not a fan of like gooey cheese, like American cheese anyway.
No.
But here's the thing. People don't know this. There's real American cheese. There's a real version of it. And people think that the plastic wrapped ones are the real ones.
No.
But they're not.
No.
There's a real legit good version. But, my most popular requested cheese is pepper jack. So that's what I put on my burgers.
Because every fucking burger place, everyone does 3 cheeses. 2 cheeses, Swiss or cheddar. You won't get pepper jack.
Or American. A lot of people love
or American too.
But here's the thing. I had cheddar and Swiss and American out. No one wanted it.
Yep.
They wanted pepper jack. And I think it's because of the onion jam. I think it complements it.
Right. Because it's savory upon a little bit of spice.
I tried Gouda and Munster for the first time, which are goat cheeses. And I fucking love them. Dude, holy shit. Munster cheese. I did the weirdest thing recently. I took a cookie, and I don't know why I did this, but I had a slice of just Munster cheese because it was good on its own, and I was eating like Munster cheese in a cookie, and I kind of started mixing it in my mouth a little bit. And I'm like, I chase fucking cheesecake. It tastes just like cheesecake. Okay.
The viewers can't see me right now, but my face is just full of fucking concern and worry because this man is like, cheese, cookie.
It was a late night munchie, and I was like, I need something in me. So I grabbed a cookie, and I was like, I like this Munster cheese. So I was like munching on the Munster cheese, mostly, and then I would take a bite of cookie now and then. Well, then all of a sudden it started to taste like cheesecake, and so what I did was I was like, put the cheese on the cookie. And I was like, holy fuck, that's good. Which is weird, which one day we're going to do a podcast just about food. And one of the things that happens is sometimes you'll run into the weirdest ass combination that works for some reason. And I can't figure out why. But here's the thing I found out. You got to get Aldi's Munster cheese because it's different. And it's the good one. I don't know why, but I tried other Munster cheeses. They don't work with the cookie like the Aldi's one. There's a creaminess to the Aldi's Munster cheese, and it works. And I don't know, dude. Yeah, I know. But
cheese. Fucking cheese.
So I'm hoping burger business goes good this year. You know what really sucks though? I was coming up with these new creations, and I'm like, I'm going to add a little more versatility, not too much, just a few burgers, and I'm just going to see how they do. I have a taste tester guy who tests all my burgers out, and he analyzes, and he hasn't had a problem with any of them. He fucking loves them.
Does his name happen to be Mike?
No, his name is Todd, and I'm going to show him this clip. He's going to get a big smile on his face. But this guy is fucking great, and he's my guinea pig, I guess. And I'll bring a sample in, and I'll be like, okay, we're going to try this out, And the last one he tried was the PB&J burger.
Oh God,
which
I remember.
Already sounds and it also has crispy fried onions on top and stuff, just to balance out the sweet and savoriness. Just because peanut butter and jelly is already so sweet, So I figured the patty and the crispy onions will be enough to balance out what's going on. And when I told him about it, he was kind of concerned at first. He was kind of like, this is weird. But I also doubted the cashew burger he was going to do. I doubted it as well. So I'm going to keep my mind open, which he told me that. And I brought it in, and I had a container of crispy onions on the side, which I crisped up myself. And I told him, I said, you can put as much as you want. He says, I put it all on there. He says, I put all of it on there. And I was like, oh yeah, here we go. So I never even tried this either. And we looked at each other. I'm like, well, here it goes. If it sucks, it sucks. He's like, yeah, and we took a bite, and he looked at me and he goes, oh my gosh. He says, that's delicious. He says, I'm serious. I want 2 of them. Oh. If I told him, I looked at him, I was like, could you imagine this on a food truck? He says, dude, if I went up to a food truck, I would buy 2 of these. He says, this is awesome. He says, And then he says, I haven't bought peanut butter in years. He's an older guy. And he says, I'm going to start buying peanut butter now just because of this. He says, I'm going to start making this kind of burger at home. And I said, hell yeah, man. You know, he did that with the cashew burger too. He started making his own at home. And he told me, he says, they're just not as good they're not as good as yours, but you know. So yeah. So let's get on with the topic.
Nah, bitch. I know exactly what you're going to do if you can't do the burger business this year. I
want to hear this.
You're going to come over here with me, and you're going to help fix my fucking car.
Yay!
No, some of them bolts, man.
I do want you to try my burgers really bad. Like,
see?
I can't wait to.
Catch 22 right there. You spend hard labor helping me break shit. I eat shit. Perfect.
There you go. Yeah, like I'm anxious to meet up again because it's like I want you to try this. Like it's all yours.
It's been like 2 fucking years. Well, it's been a year.
It's been a year. The last time we saw each other,
September. Right after I got my first tattoo.
Yeah, and it was also when we signed up for that Warcraft thing,
and we never fucking did it. Nope. I still have the kit sitting in my closet.
That was so fun to put together, though. Like
that was a nice afternoon.
I can't wait till we get together and make a video on camera with 2 of us in the same room. We need to do a podcast like that. It'd be fucking great.
Do you want to do my setup or your setup? My setup has the microphone of filters and godliness.
It does not matter to me, man.
All right, I'm gonna shove you in this tiny ass bedroom.
We don't even have to be in front of the camera. Like we could just be in the same room. That'll be fun.
I'm gonna shove you into the racing sim, and I'm gonna have the mic in between us. It's great. Yeah, you're going to get fucking stuck in that thing just like I have.
Oh, yeah. I'm
going to teach you how to drift for a video special.
Oh, shit. Yep. We'll be eating burgers and doing podcasts and fucking racing.
Hey, it's not that bad. It's actually really fucking fun. I spent the first 3 fucking hours of my morning doing that.
I am so glad I did not show my dad that because my dad would go ape shit over that. He loves racing stuff. So, I mean, he loved the racing games that we did have. And, you know, having the ability to have a wheel and like pedals and stuff, you know, like he would go ape shit over that. He would fucking go crazy.
Until you realize how much it costs.
But thing is, he recently got a hot rod, so I guess it would be the same. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on now from our amazing opening discussion. You know, I was really debating on what to talk about, and Matt pointed out something on my list that involved like, how did we meet up, and what's our journey overall on YouTube, which is one of the things that I had on the list. Jacob's not with us today; he's got things going on and stuff. But that's okay because Matt and I actually have a lot more history going on.
Oh,
and one of these days, maybe Jacob will be in a discussion like this one. But Matt and I go way back, right? And
for those wondering how far me might go back, try 2012, high school.
Yeah. Yep. We go quite a ways back, and what a journey it's been, man. Like, how do you want to open this up?
I don't know. You're the host, not me.
Oh shit. Okay, so like, I hadn't really. I didn't even think about YouTube at this time yet at all.
All right. Well, before we get started, for those who are wondering why I'm not hosting this week, it's because my brain's shot. I have no fucking ideas right now that are worth attempting.
For some reason, my brain just had this experience of. It's time for the sponsor.
Why I'm not hosting? Because we're sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna be like, but before we do that, this episode is sponsored by.
No.
because every time I listen to a podcast or like watch a video,
same fucking
there's always that
happens,
moment.
Man.
It's always like, but before we do that, this episode is sponsored by.
I will only take one sponsor, and that is Gamer Subs, because. God damn it, I'm addicted again. This shit's good.
We need to do this. When we get close to being done with War versus Doomslayer, we need to promote it like a sponsor style. That'd be fucking great.
You're writing the script, not me.
There we go. So, around this time, I wasn't even thinking about YouTube yet. I don't really in 2012, I was hardcore into wrestling. I was back into wrestling there for a bit. That's really all that I remember.
See, that's the funny thing, because you were hardcore into wrestling. I was just getting back into anime and shit. Getting back into it.
The other thing I remember is the big thing about the end of the world.
Yeah, the Mayan calendar is going to end December 21st, 2012.
I remember on the exact day, I was just like, I don't believe it, but what if, And I mean, there was a moment where I thought about praying, just for one moment, where I was like, "Hey God, don't do it, bitch. Fuck you for a moment." Yeah, and I was just like, nah. And nothing happened, and it was so stupid. There was a whole movie.
Yeah, so there was a movie, news reports, documentaries. Dragon Veil released an exclusive dragon, which was the Apocalypse Dragon.
Oh my God! Everybody thought the world was gonna crumble, and we were all gonna die. And it's like
volcanoes are gonna erupt, and we're gonna fly to the fucking sun.
It could have been a different kind of end. It could have been a start to the end.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the downfall of humanity was just about to start. But that's a whole nother topic on its own, just like humanity as a whole.
Humanity.
That's actually not a bad idea. But that's what I remember from that year is the Avengers. That was a huge deal for me. I was like, I remember being so fucking excited for the Avengers.
Was that really 2012?
I remember that. Yep. And I remember that being probably my favorite movie theater experience. I remember going into that and just it's weird because a lot of the newer movies are better, like Infinity War and stuff. But for some reason, the one that stands out to me is the first one, the first Avengers, where it was I had this weird moment of man, there's something about this movie where I just got excited, man, because especially Hulk, I was like, the Hulk is black, but and then I remember distinctly that we watched that movie at school. I remember that. So great, man.
What?
Yeah, we did. We watched that movie at school. We went to it wasn't the auditorium. I think it was the library or something. Something happened where we were all dragged out of class and we went to the auditorium or something and we watched the Avengers. And it was
it's not the auditorium, the theater. The fucking theater. All right.
Yeah.
I give so much shit on our high school because teachers weren't that good and a bunch of other shit. We had a fucking 30-row seated theater.
It was
with the fucking projector screen and everything. I'm like, this is sick.
You want to, man, when I was in theater, which I got so mad when I found out that I could have joined a long time ago because I loved theater. I had a really bad moment that happened in theater, and that was my last play, but I won't get into that. But I got so emotional on that final day, and it was I gave this speech of I don't know why I didn't join this earlier. I didn't know I could, and this sucks because I actually made some decent friends in there, and I could have made even better relationships. And
all right. Since we're on the topic of high school. What is one of the funniest memories of high school for you? I know mine, and it was my freshman year, and holy fuck, that was funny as hell.
The problem is, I can only think of embarrassing moments for myself. Is the problem?
I can tell you one of mine.
I embarrassed. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story when I was in middle school where I embarrassed myself, and I don't know why I did this. I was very awkward, and I remember being in history class. Do you? I don't think you were in middle school with us, but do you remember Mrs. West?
No, I was not in middle school at Central Noble.
Okay, well, she was a hot teacher. Okay, and I remember for some reason I got up in the middle of class, and don't ask me what happened because I don't recall. Got up, and I started like walking like a chicken. And I remember there was her name is Mary. I forgot her last name, but she was in school with us. I remember her face just being like, what the fuck is going on? And that's all I can remember. And I look back on my school days and I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me? Because I was so awkward, man. And
one of the most embarrassing things I ever done in high school is I took intro to construction.
Anyway, so what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, you were talking about your embarrassing.
All right. My embarrassing moment was I took intro to construction my freshman year because I needed obviously elective credits, and I remember was it my last class of the day? No, it wasn't, because
I can't. Oh, it's so hard to remember school now.
I know it definitely was the last class. My last class was agricultural mechanics, and holy fuck, I set myself on fire one day. That was not fun.
Oh, you want to know? Okay, I have a story somewhat similar to that. Hold on. So, I was in food science or whatever, and this was during high school, and we were baking. And look, I can cook class. Now. I can cook now. I'm a good cook.
I'm not.
Baking wise, but we were making a cake. And I don't know what the fuck I did, but I remember there was Kane and guys in my team. And we got like the salt and the baking soda mixed up and stuff. And I put like a shitload of baking soda in there.
Oh, no.
Like,
dude, that's like
what happened. So what happened was when we put it in the oven, it turned into a fucking volcano. There was tons of smoke and there was lunch going on. Okay, this classroom that we were in with these ovens was right next to the lunchroom.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
I remember police and fire people coming for this. And they were like, what's going on around here? And it's like, too much baking soda.
No.
It was all me. I was so embarrassed. And I felt horrible because the teacher had to clean it up. I met her personally and apologized to her. But I guess during the their like press conference meeting, they had a discussion about me involving that. And the next day I came up to her and I was like, I am so sorry that I'm an idiot.
To be fair though, if I know the Kane you're talking about, he was not the brightest tool in the shed, dude. He was kind of fucking stupid.
Well, no, he's a good guy though, but like I was stupid too though. Like I was a moron.
But me lighting myself on fire wasn't the embarrassing part. That just because we were welding and I wanted to obviously wear something cover arms because sparks hurt like a motherfucker, and well, no, I had a hole in my hoodie from the sparks. But no, the embarrassing part is the one I'm talking about is, like I said, I took intro to construction with my favorite teacher. It was early in the day. And we had to build what is known as a wall segment. It's 2 small walls, stud work, everything, and you have to wire it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we wired it wrong. The ground wasn't hooked up correctly or what, but we plugged that fucker in to test the light bulb. We blew a fuse to the shop. And I'm not talking about popping a fuse. We blew the fuse.
Ooh. Oh, God.
That was But the funniest thing we ever did, this is the funniest moment I've ever had in high school, is we used to have a very bad problem with zip tying people to desks in that class. You know, we'd literally, the teacher's talking, we'd walk around with, and we're not talking about itty bitty zip ties you can stand up and they snap. We're talking about those ones that are about a half an inch wide. So we ran and walk around while people know and just snake it through their belt loop and tie them to the back of the chairs. So as soon as they go to walk up, it's just, oh fuck, there's a chair attached. The funniest moment is last day of the year where we just finished our final. We're all sitting there fucking around. Teacher puts on Happy Tree Friends because he's the best fucking teacher ever. And he thought it'd be a smart idea to turn his back to us while sitting in his chair in his front table. So we tied him to the chair. And then apparently someone threw a tennis ball, hit him right in the nuts.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like we're all sitting there thinking, how the fuck did this happen? It's like, dude, why?
Okay, I actually do know what the funniest moment is. it wasn't during school. It was actually like, it was my last year, right?
Yeah.
So it was our last year of high school. It was our last year of school.
I don't remember that.
And
too well.
I had this horrible week. You know, I had my art teacher accusing me of stealing and stuff. And graduation day was fucking
to interrupt you straight up. That bitch was just a bitch. I don't remember her name, but she was just a bitch.
Mrs. You cut this out, but Mrs. Malt.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
She was real jealous, and especially because I didn't follow her style of drawing because I would free draw, and sometimes I traced, but it was always an outline, and then I would like
just say
fill in the rest.
I remember I never really dealt with her much because obviously I didn't take art. This is after I dislocated my shoulder, so I don't have my motor skills in my hand as much as I used to. For Impact, we had to do what's called an action video, where you literally just film whatever we see. We actually strapped a GoPro to her fucking forehead for a period. And
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
oddly.
Yeah, because it was you, Connor, and Lee were in that class.
Yep.
And Dylan, Courtney, and I strapped a GoPro to her forehead. And then she's walking around, and Keegan, someone was making cookies for their clay project. Keegan's like, I can make this like 10 times better. We're all like, how? This dude takes the fucking cookie, just takes a bite out of it. I'm like, dude, that's straight clay. That's to taste like shit.
Oh God.
And out of all four people that made that video, I was the best at the editing.
Dude, I could not do clay to save my life. I couldn't sculpt a fucking thing.
Dude,
I could only draw.
Eighth grade, we were supposed to make a teapot. Guess who fucking failed at making a teapot?
I could not. I was supposed to. I made something for my mom, and I don't know if she still has it, but it looks like shit.
Dude,
I was just like,
I'm not a pottery person, man. I'm all graphic design now.
I can draw, not like I used to. I struggle a little bit.
All right. Since we're on art for a minute, the one thing that me and Mike truly excel at is thumbnails.
Yeah, I am a monster at thumbnails too.
I
love doing
Mike
thumbnails.
makes the thumbnails for this channel, which I fucking love each and every one of them, except for two. Two were not made by him. One is for an episode we haven't done yet, and the other is for the physical versus streaming media. That was made by Jacob and Mike through the template on top of it to make it official.
Yeah. That.
I mean, I guess I can kind of spoil that episode because, well, I'm the weeb. We're going to talk about anime sooner or later, whether we like it or not.
No,
yes, we are.
No,
yes, we already talked about one of our favorite fucking animes from 2021. You know, that's a good anime.
I know it is. It is really good.
More reviews are on their way. We just gotta all sit down and watch stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't.
The time.
It's not really just the time, it's the timing.
Yeah.
It's finding a day where everyone just wants to sit down and do it.
Yeah. That is hard. That is really hard. But man, like making thumbnails, I gotta tell you, and since this does involve our journey on YouTube as well, I can go back to my earliest video, shittiest fucking thumbnail I've ever seen. And now it's like, man, did my thumbnails get better.
Hey, Mike, can I tell you a little secret? At least you made thumbnails. Like, give me 1 second. When did I start actually making... I think I started making thumbnails wise. Okay, I did thumbnails back when I did my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, which if you ever go to my channel and watch, I will personally hunt you down and kill you.
Is it your most viewed video?
No, actually, I do think one of them is. Yeah, I think it's one I
attempted to.
I had a. There is a deck that I still play to this day, based off one monster called Ubel. Is when I did the original version 1 deck build of it. It's at like 858 views right now. But when I actually started doing my real thumbnails was when I did Rock'em Sock'em Robots Arena. And that was back in 2022.
Oh, nice. For
those that don't know, I started this channel in 2014. Well, my channel in 2014. It took 8 fucking years to get actual good thumbnails out.
Yeah.
8 years.
I started Dream Battles a year later.
No.
After I made the Mike G one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I made it in 2015, and then I didn't touch it for a while, I think.
Yeah, because we didn't have time. High school kind of drained the shit out of all of us. That's why, like, people don't know. Well, I have a lot of missing content.
Yeah. So I relied on my school computers and stuff because I didn't have that stuff, and that's what I relied on for making my stuff. And
dude,
and then it was like I didn't have internet at home either.
Like, okay,
that was even harder
for a lot of people that don't. Like, nowadays you get like iPads or MacBooks for classes in high school, middle school, shit like that. Me and Mike had an iPad for the entirety of high school. That is where our channels started.
Yeah, and then I got like a computer the next year.
Yeah, don't remind me of that fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, that's all I had though, and
same for a while.
That's it.
Like a lot of people don't know that after high school, I completely stopped production. Like I stopped for a very long time, just because I didn't have the tech.
I was on YouTube for a while. I didn't have internet, and I got an iPad, but I still had no internet. So I would have to go somewhere with internet, get everything I needed to make the video, and then edit it at home.
Then go back and upload.
Oh my gosh! And then when I had a phone at the time, I would actually take a picture off of my like I would point my iPad to the phone, taking pictures of things that I got online. That was in my Symbiotic Superman versus Speed Force Juggernaut video. I did that with that video, and you can tell
the fucking old days. But
I was desperate. But I was desperate though because it wasn't that I was bad at editing. It's just I didn't have any internet.
So you did it. The best way to put it is you had the tools. You didn't have the utilities to use said tools.
I didn't have it. It sucked. I mean,
right.
I tried.
Like, but look at us. Well, my job's easier than yours. Sometimes. Yeah, no idea how hard it is to do some stupid shit I've had to do. Like, there was a game I was going to play. I don't remember what the fuck it was at all because I scrapped the series already. But I had to literally jump through like 4 different hoops to get the fucking thing just to boot the game. Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I love the world and the path I've chosen, but holy fuck, it sucks.
Yeah. But when you and me first met, we weren't even doing YouTube yet, I think, at all.
I think dead ass. We would just talk about video games. That's it.
I think so. And I can't.
You
want to know what's sad is I can't remember anything else.
No,
no. Oh, you go ahead.
Okay. But you also got to think that's 11 years ago. That's a long ass time ago for us.
Yeah, and then I started the Mike G channel.
Yep.
Which I was watching Goji Fan 93 at the time, but before that, and I didn't even have a YouTube account. And I didn't get into YouTube and stuff because I didn't know. I didn't know I could follow people and see that people interacted with others. And I was a big time loner. I was awkward, kind of quiet. And anytime I did get excited, I got too loud and, I was really weird. But, and then I was like, I want to do that, but I don't know if I can. But I went for it anyway, even if I sucked bad.
Right. Well, see, so that's the thing. I've always had like the idea of doing a YouTube channel in the past. I just didn't know what path I wanted to walk.
I started at the end of March, and then right after that, shortly in May, you started too. Yep. So we started around the same time, same year.
Fun little fact for those that don't know, I have 2 of them technically. Playthroughs of War of the Monsters, one of mine and Mike's favorite PS2 games of all time. The original series was actually inspired by a playthrough that Mike no longer has up.
Yeah. I did this really bad playthrough of me recording my TV, and Stupendous Wave loved it.
Yeah, see, well,
yeah.
And then I also had the D&D series, which I don't discuss anymore.
Do you want to know what though? We should do a playthrough. We should do our own little thing of War of the Monsters together sometime. That'd be fucking great. It's just too bad there's not an online feature, which I don't know why the hell they don't add that.
Wait a minute, Matt. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do your thing. I'm working. I'm thinking.
They need to add an online feature to that game and allow online players to be on there, because that game would be perfect for online. Absolutely perfect.
If I had better internet, there is a program called Parsec. It's where you can stream your desktop to a program through another desktop. So I could be hooked up on one end, you could be hooked up on another, and it would connect and work.
Shit. Oh man, could you imagine Alien vs. Predator Extinction having that feature too?
I'd beat your ass.
Man, that'd be so great. That'd be so cool. But yeah, I made the channel and I was like I did a video like introducing myself, which sucked. And then I did like Dream Battles, which I remember coming up with the name on the spot. I remember where I was when I came up with that name. And the first battle I ever did was Hulk versus Superman. So I hope nobody finds the channel, but Dream Battles started like way before I made my current channel. And it was just a mini series that I did from time to time. And but most of the channel was just like movie speculations, discussions, Dragon Ball, Alien, Godzilla, just stuff like that. And there was a lot of troll problems going on with the whole James, what's his fucking face thing, and man, there was a lot of chaos, and I lost a lot of friends, but one of the friends that I still had was you, for sure.
Just saying, for those that want it, I have the link still.
The link to what exactly?
What you're discussing.
Oh, to that fucker?
No, to your channel.
Oh, yeah. Don't go to it. It's bad, guys. It's embarrassing.
I would not do that to my boy.
No. And people would especially hate my last video, my goodbye video. Oh man, I was kind of a dick. I was like, I fucking hate this. I need to move on. I don't remember what I said, but I just remember being aggravated and being like, I want to go. I hate this channel. I think it's shit. I think the videos are shit, which I still think that. Like, I think those videos are fucking garbage. But, I started off the Dream Battles channel a little better, but the videos still suck. But thankfully, I've gotten better. And
now we have the team.
But you and I, throughout this whole journey of ours, we've had an up and down road. Dude,
I'm still on that down road. What the hell are you talking about? I can't crack 75 subscribers, motherfucker.
But our relationship as friends, I think it's the highest it's ever been right now. Personally, even though we don't see each other much, all right.
That's because gas prices are expensive, and my current car only gets 21 miles to the gallon. So
yeah, I understand that. I was just saying, like despite that though, I don't think you and I have ever been any closer. And we talk more, especially because of the podcast.
Don't touch my ass. That's all I'm saying.
But we message every day. We talk on the group every day. And I really and you too,
because I send some memes and it fucking everyone just leaves the chat every fucking time. Okay, yeah. Side tangent. I'm a fan of cosplay. And Jessica Negri did a beautiful cosplay of Pyramid Head, and no one said a fucking thing.
But I gotta say though, the one thing, I've had some bad times on YouTube, and I'm kind of having a weird time right now with YouTube, which it's kind of controversial, but YouTube has done two really good things for me. One, it has changed my entire mindset. It's weird because I feel smarter because I do YouTube, and not to say I was a fucking idiot or anything, but I feel like I improved like my learning and smart capabilities because I do YouTube, right? Like it forced me to talk and do research and read and stuff like that. And now write, like I write most of the time anyway. And like do you take 2012 me and put him in front of me now? Like I probably wouldn't even be able to talk to 2012 me because 2012 me wouldn't be able to keep up with me. He wouldn't understand what the fuck I was saying, or like that's just how that is. And I would say the second thing it did was whether better or for worse, I developed a lot of relationships. And I was already so awkward and quiet, just I didn't have much of a social life.
Like I know what you're talking about, because I was kind of the opposite near the tail end of high school. I had a big friend group, but here's the funny fucking thing. A lot of people don't know. I got married. Yeah. I had a child, and then I was divorced a little over a year after I was married. Not even officially divorced yet. We're literally still in the middle of it because COVID fucked everything up with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what happened is, when I announced I was getting divorced the last time I went to go play Yu-Gi-Oh!, everyone stopped talking to me. Everyone but one motherfucker.
What?
And he's sitting right here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
there was that time. Yes.
I mean, not to get this too personal, but there was something that did happen between me and Matt around that time. And we won't get into details, but like, let's just say we had a break from each other, and it was necessary, to keep his family together and everything, which I respected a lot. And that there was a time where he and I started talking again. And, I always wanted to keep my friendship with Matt. I was going through a lot of bad things. I went through a breakup, and it was, I blamed myself, and I got to drinking. I got stupid. I was blacking out. And, I couldn't even remember what the fuck happened. I would like walk off or not know someone or whatever. It happened with my dad. He kind of freaked out on it, and just a lot of fucked up things were happening. And, but that doesn't compare to the pain I had last year, but I won't get into that at all. But, the thing I've been able to do so well is keep my friendships compared to like with Stupendous Wave, because at that time, I didn't know how to handle situations. I was so like awkward, and I didn't know how to be social, and I never been in situations like that. And I gotta say though, there was a big downfall in that area, but I have to say I don't regret it at the same time, because it was the start of something better. And I never had a social life, and that was my first step. And it was a big emotional one. Like, a lot of shit happened. I got to meet a lot of cool YouTubers that I never thought I would ever meet. And it was a really cool opportunity for me. But in the end, like, I have better friends now. And I still have some of my old friends. One of them's from Australia. Hi, Haza. I'll probably show him this part later, but it's like, man, I'm in a really good place right now, friend wise. And I started YouTube just to make friends. That's why I did it. Like, I wanted to make friends to talk to, because like, outside of you and maybe a few other people, most people I wasn't really friends with. They were more acquaintances.
Right.
And otherwise, I really didn't have friends that ever came over. That I had some, but we were no longer friends anymore because they got into some bad shit. But it was like, I was always alone. I didn't get to go to events with people. I couldn't participate in things because I didn't know how to do them, and I couldn't keep up with them. And, it was just a really bad part of my life. And, I'm in a much better place now. Like, yeah, I'm heavier. I'm not buff and skinny anymore, but I'm okay with myself. I'm mentally, like, I love myself now, and I'm happy being like single, and I'm happy having a channel that doesn't get much views with little videos, but I'm happy with it too.
Wait, you're single? I thought you were married. Married to your craft. Yeah,
I am married too. and here's the other thing that YouTube has done for me so much is like things that I doubted myself in. Like, okay, so back then I would be like, I want to make video games when I grow up, or I want to make movies when I grow up. I always wanted to get into something creative, and but I never felt good enough, right? Because people would shit on me, and I was young though. I didn't know. I didn't have good ideas when I was young, of course. And but now that I'm older, like quite a few years ago, I was pitching Matt Daly and Richard like this idea that I had, and they were like, "Man, that's cool. You should like go for that," And ever since then, it's like just that little bit of encouragement pushed me so fucking far. Now I have all this fucking lore and all these fucking characters, and I got the story figured out in my mind. I'm planning a comic book, and then it's like, man, like hobby wise, everything changed too with YouTube. Like YouTube did so much for me. Like, and it's weird because it's just a platform where you upload videos, right? And it's kind of weird to think that, man, this can actually change your life in more ways than just YouTube, because it's such a social interactive environment, and it kind of forces you to do things. And I don't know, it did better for me. It
when
really
people actually get social.
Yeah. Right now people aren't as so much social. There's a few people that pop up here and there though, and they're just like, I like your shit.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what's there. And I had that not long ago. His name, the commenter's name is Ian. I'm gonna give him a shout out because he was really, really nice. So I'll reply to you, and it's just
fuck you, Quentin. We don't need you next week.
No,
Get it. We need you, buddy. We need you.
You need go. You guys need to go check out QKG if you like gaming and really funny people. Go check him out. He's
all
that.
I do that too, except for I'm not funny.
Oh, you're good.
Not funny.
You know what? Let's talk about you now because I want to know why you started. I want to know why you started YouTube and where this journey has taken you.
I guess originally it's because I lived around that time, no internet. Like, literally, I'm not even kidding. My freshman of high school.
I didn't have it either.
I'm not even fucking kidding. Freshman of high school to my senior year, I didn't have internet at home.
Yep.
At all.
Me too.
And this is, 2014. That's right before we were juniors in high school. I just needed something to do. It's like, you only can play the same games over and over again.
Yep.
But what if you played for an audience? Of a whole no one, because no one watches my shit.
Yeah, your channel. I feel like there's something kind of weird about it because it doesn't make sense that you have what you have.
You want to know why?
Is it like a shadow banning, like what I was about to experience?
That's my guess because I'm a incredibly vulgar individual. A lot of people do not know this.
Yeah, but it's like. I don't know. I always felt your channel should. I don't know. I think it has something to do with behind the scenes, like with some weird fucking shadow banning and shit. Because honestly, your content is great. I don't know what it is, man. It's fucking weird. I haven't figured it out.
It doesn't help. Like I've stated before, I'm in an oversaturated market. You got your big kids, then you got your lesser known guys, and I'm sitting far past all of them.
And you got to think too, gaming is so competitive on YouTube because there's so many people trying to do it, and then you got big names, which I'm not going to lie. Okay. And this isn't to sound mean, but when it comes to gaming, I watch the big guys. I can't help it. Markiplier, he's really the only one I watch though, because
I want to state my opinion on the big guys.
Yeah,
they've honestly sold out. Like legit.
Yeah.
Mark and Jack have a clothing company that, by the way, sells like $60 shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding. And literally, it's a normal cotton shirt you can go buy everywhere else, but with their little logo and bam, marked up like 8,000%.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Even though I do love watching a lot of Markiplier videos, And I love his Distractible podcast. That's kind of what made me want to do this, and I still love Mark. I think he's a good person in general, but I have to agree, like a lot of these big guys like PewDiePie, which I can't stand, and Jacksepticeye, I tried getting into him, but I can't. I've only stuck with one big YouTuber, and that's really about it. And that's Mark.
All right, keep in mind, I'm not really bitching that they started a brand and everything like that, because that takes a lot of fucking work. What I'm bitching about is that originally these guys all did it just like us for the fun.
Yeah,
they did it because they wanted something to do, wanted to try something.
And here's what happens though: is when it comes to channels, the brand is either like people watching because they want to see how good you are at the game, or it's you yourself, because a single person can be very investing to watch just because of how they sound and how funny they are, and they're just like a character, like Markiplier himself is an entire brand. Just he alone is the brand, and he doesn't even have to game. He could do any kind of video he wanted and people would be there just because of him.
This is why I want to throw every gaming YouTuber under the bus, including myself. Gaming YouTube requires almost no fucking effort. Yeah, literally just you set up your recording, set up your mic.
I felt so horrible that one time when I kind of did that, because like at the time I was like, man, my stuff is so hard, and I didn't intend to make it sound like that,
See, but here's the thing though. Even your old channel, it required some amounts of knowledge and effort. You couldn't just be like, I'm just going to click, play.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing I did though, was I only did a little, and then I would just get on with no script and just start talking out of my ass. And oh God, it was such nonsense. I would just spout out and I would kind of repeat things because I forgot what I said, which I kind of still do now. And dude, I talk way better than I did. Like this podcast has helped me so much with talking without a script.
Well, what I am going to congratulate though is a part of a community that I would love to become a part of, but I don't have the money for a camera and I don't have the internet to upload multiple gigabyte videos, is the car community.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, I'm going to pay this guy to do all this work for me, this and that. 75% of the car community, including the guys I watch, they will whip everything out of a car and then put it back in like 3 months.
That is hard ass work for a video.
Like, what is it?
That's hard ass work.
One of my favorite guys, Jimmy Oaks, that actually have 2 of his hats because he has nice, classy merch that's not an arm and a kidney for cost. He bought one of my favorite cars, which is the Toyota AE86 hatchback. Cutest little thing in the world. He ripped out I don't think it did come with an engine. He ripped out the engine.
He ripped out its heart.
The engine is a car's heart. So ripped out the engine, put a brand new engine in. That's not even supposed to be in the car. And so far, he literally just, I think, a few days ago, put it all together and started it up for the second time to hear the exhaust.
Wow.
And that was I think technically he's done it in 3 months, but even in the time of working on that, he's working on other cars. He's drifting. He does his own podcast on Patreon. Like,
that's fucking
these
nuts.
Motherfuckers put in work. Like the other guy, Adam LZ.
You know what? I don't know how people can upload constantly and do all like podcasts constantly, and I don't know how people do that, because it's like, man, I lose motivation quick. Like, I'll tell you this in all honesty, I'm not as motivated as I used to be. I mean, granted, my projects are higher quality and they take longer and I have more pride in them, but I can't find myself getting up every day and being like, let's go. It's hard.
All right. Here's the crazy thing. You think all that's nuts? Adam LZ, I just mentioned him literally a few seconds ago. This guy not only owns a full company that specializes in parts for drift cars.
Yep.
He builds his own cars. He drifts competitively as a professional for Formula Drift.
Yeah.
As well as all the video content he does.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's the hardest working channel I've ever heard of. Actually,
dude, it's granted, yes, he has staff, which are also his friends that help with all these projects, but it's fucking nuts,
dude. I don't know if I would want to run a channel like that.
Well,
that's so much.
You also got to think. Well, originally started out as a guy that just rode his BMX bike. I'm not even kidding. That's how his channel started, and it just spiraled into what it is now. A good spiral, not the shitty one.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a channel I watch, and I know there's a lot of people who cook that don't particularly like this person because, he doesn't follow certain rules and all this stuff. But I watch a channel called Sam the Cooking Guy, and I fucking love this channel. I've learned a lot watching it. He's hilarious, but he's a hard fucking worker. This guy does videos all the time of all these recipes, plus running like 2 or 3 restaurants.
All right. I want to interrupt you for a minute. The rules of cooking only apply in a professional kitchen.
Exactly.
If it's in your backyard, your kitchen, do what the fuck you want.
Here's the thing, though. He didn't go to school, is the thing. And he learned everything he did from just being with his mom, right? So it's like, it was self-taught. Too.
Right.
So,
like, here's the thing. Everyone thinks you have to go to culinary school. You have to have Michelin stars, this and that to be a professional, successful chef. It's like, no. If your food is good, people will come. It's good.
And here's the other thing, too, is like this guy is like making his own knives on the market. So he designs them himself, and he designs his own pans and stuff. I think he has a podcast, which I need to check out because I love listening to him. And it's and his son is the cameraman and the video editor, which is really cool. And these two bicker and argue all the time. It's fucking hilarious. But like, man, this guy runs like 2 or 3 restaurants, is designing his own merch, designing his own knives and kitchen appliances. And he's also doing all these videos while cooking constantly, and this is all, the videos alone are just to show people how to cook at home, just the in general average person. And his campaign is literally like, make America cook again. That's all that's about. And I respect that because there's a lot of people who don't know how to cook and they go out to like fast food because it's convenient. And he's trying to show you like, hey, you don't have to do that because I'll show you something that doesn't take long, right? And it'll be even better. And I want you to cook, like that's cool. And I love that. I like channels that work hard. I respect that. Like the one you were talking about. And maybe the guy I watch doesn't work as hard because working on a car is a fucking job, like a hard job.
Since Mike fucking mentioned it, I have one title. And I claim this title. My dad claims this title as well. I'm an uncertified Volkswagen technician. Because how much work I had to put into my fucking car, I might as well be one.
There you go.
I've done everything from replacing the actual headlight, not the bulbs, the headlight itself, to replacing the hub and bearings.
I will say, granted, I made some decent money making burgers and stuff, and I'm still kind of trying to master the burger and everything, but that is nothing compared to what Matt is doing. Matt is busting his fucking ass, and he's probably spending way more money than I am.
Total. Right now, I still have to buy new wheels and tires. I want to buy brand new seats, have the rear seats reupholstered to match the new fronts. Some performance stuff, because I want to make the car go vroom vroom more than it already does. I spent about $4,000.
Oh shit!
And I'm not done.
But, oh fuck! I've probably spent about $5,000 to $6,000.
Well, but here's the thing, though. You make profit. I do not.
Yeah,
I'm doing it just for the hell of it.
Well, the thing was, I had to help my mom with some dental stuff. So I spent some money on that, and just a lot of things going on, and so I understand where you're coming from, man. Like,
so Mike, I'm gonna help a brother out and buy a transmission.
Oh man,
no, okay. Small tangent. Weavy Transit. My dream of this car is to rip out the automatic transmission and put a manual one in. I want to learn how to drive manual before I drop dead. Because so I could do it already.
Is that like stick shift? Yeah,
that's the proper term. It's manual.
Yeah, that's the one that I don't like.
I don't like it either because I have a problem with downshifting. Because
but downshifting is so much.
Yeah, I want to know.
Master it.
Not just that, it's because one of the things I want to do as well is build a drift car. You have to know how to drive manual because the problem with automatic transmissions are once it reaches a certain target and RPM, torque, miles per hour, it'll shift. And in drifting, you can't have that happen. You can't.
Yep.
It will. Mike, I swear to fucking God.
I'm putting my thumbs down as, you know, I'm trying to go in sync with you.
I thought you were going to do the thing we discussed yesterday. No,
I'm just kind of flowing along, you know, hinting the audience that it's bad. You know?
Yeah, because if you do not stay in gear, the wheels are just going to stop. They're going to lose wheel speed and you can't drift. Unless you're on snow, then you drift where the hell you please.
That's right.
I would know. Because I drifted my Subaru very recently when we had not even an inch of snow on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, when we had that fairly decent snow right when it started that night, it's when I got off work. So it was all fresh powder.
Oh.
And I took the turn leading down to one of the roads I live on. And instead, you would think, no, you're going very slow. You're turning the wheel. The car is going to take the turn, right?
Do I need to bring Craig in here to tell you to quit it?
No.
Not recording. Don't be doing that shit, Matt.
No, it was not my fault. It was the car. It instead of taking the turn like it was supposed to, it wanted to slide towards the field. So, knowledge of me, I do rally games, I do drifting, I do actual track stuff.
I play video games.
No, well, with the wheel and stuff, it actually does have a sense of logic. So you think you're pushing towards a field, you're in the snow. You don't press on the brakes because if you press on the brakes, they have a tendency, you have a chance of locking, and you're going straight into that field. What you do is you lightly tap the gas a lot harder than a lot harder than normal, and it'll kick the rear end out, and then you just slowly straighten yourself back out.
Interesting.
Because there's a meme of 3 cars sliding and how to correct it. Front wheel drive, you just straighten the wheels, you let off the throttle, then you get back on it gently. Rear wheel drive, you continuously fight till it's straight. All wheel drive is literally a guy praying. Well, because obviously front wheel drive, the front wheels are spinning. Rear wheel drive, the rear wheels are spinning. All wheel drive, they're all fucking spinning.
They're all spinning.
They're all spinning. They're all going to fight against you whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But I would love to build a drift car because I don't know why. I have a very bad tendency of wanting to go fast.
That's your passion right now.
It is my passion.
You found something that might be your lifelong passion. I can't fucking talk.
Well, like, there's only one big problem with where we live. I'm not going to dox both of us, but both live in Indiana. To my knowledge, there's only one drift event that happens in this state.
I will put Matt's address in the link in the description.
You don't even know my fucking address.
I'll find it anyway.
I don't know your address either. Fuck you, moved.
You don't know my new one,
the guy that now owns your previous house.
What?
Yes.
You don't know.
I will dox the people that now live in your previous households. But no, and that event is the Riverside 50K Matsuri, meaning that there's 50 grand in prizes throughout the standings of the event. And that's a full competitive event where someone like me who's never actually drifted a day in his life would look like a fucking idiot.
So like YouTube, the thing I think I've said this already. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'll fucking talk and then I can't remember what the fuck I said earlier.
Yeah, really.
But like, YouTube has taken us on these paths in real life of just like getting into these really cool hobbies and things that we're passionate about.
I'll admit one thing.
That's what's so cool about it.
I'll admit one thing. I've always had a thing for cars. I grew up playing things like Need for Speed and shit like that. So I've always had a thing for wanting to be in car culture.
Yeah.
Problem is, though, I had no fucking knowledge of what to do. I just knew what was in video games. No, you put your underglow on. You put the ugliest fucking exhaust on the car to piss off your friends.
That's where I am right now with like this comic book, because it's like I know I want to do it, but I don't know what to do. Like I know where I want to publish. It is called, what the fuck was that called? Indie Planet is where I want to publish. But I don't know how to like get a comic artist.
Well, what you could do is do what some manga authors do and do a novel version of it first. See if it gains traction. Well, not like a full like 400-page book. Fuck that. They do like just like manga. They do them in small like 150-page volumes.
Yeah, man.
And then if it gains traction, they will go and they'll see if they can get an anime or a manga adaptation.
Oh my god! Please don't say anime, because like
you would have to get the right studio for that shit.
I have had. This is how obsessed I am with this. I've had dreams. I had a dream of seeing the Armus movie. Like that's how obsessed I am with it. It's kind of weird. I'll admit it's kind of fucked up. But I had a dream where I went to the movie theater. It was like the red carpet, and I was all emotional. And it's like you had like an Inner Beast logo pop up, and then it was like the Armus movie, and I'm just sitting there like I can't believe it. It's really happening, you know? And it's kind of like I can't wait to get there that one day when the books are published.
Right.
And it's like a legit official thing. Like I want to do that so bad. And I can't fucking wait for it, you know? So, yeah, I want to do it. I just don't know what to do yet or
how to do it.
I just want to get like the lore and the story done, and like every little detail of the story I want to get done. And so that way I know what to like tell the artist. And it's kind of like, man,
it's just like building a car. You have the vision, but you don't know how to put it in reality.
I have a lot of people saying, but Mike, you are an artist. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an artist, but it doesn't mean I have the skills of someone who knows how panels work and someone who knows how to draw environments. Right. And who also knows how to draw like legit physics, because I'm a good artist, but I don't know positions as well as a lot of these other people. I just draw a character standing there and sometimes in a pose. You know, I don't know how to
sometimes
draw
a beautiful orc lady with massive knockers.
Oh yeah, I know, right? but they're just artists who just know like, and like, dude, I can't even draw the back of Armus, because I'm used to drawing the front of a character, not the back of them. And so it's like, I need someone really experienced, a really good artist to, you know, who knows panels and who knows what to do. Because, you know, what I want to do is I just want to bring this to life. That's all I want to do. Right. Like that's the position I'm in. I'm the Stan Lee of this, right? Like I'm the one coming up with these ideas, and I just want people to bring it to life. Like that's where I'm at right now. And you know, I really hope one day it happens, and I'm not just, you know, talking shit or anything and looking back going, man, can't believe I never did that. You know, like that would suck, man.
See, like that's how I feel about, you know, my passion for cars. Like, because it's gotten to the point where, due to everything going on, it's like I'll never be able to do this or this or this.
Yeah.
So once I got the opportunity, I did do one of those things.
That was like, dude, young me, I'd be like, I want to do that, but I can't, because I'll never be good enough.
See, you know, that's the thing. Like, even though you're not a car guy, you have a vehicle that you want.
Yeah.
People say, I don't have a dream car. Bullshit. You do. You just don't fucking know it yet.
Yeah.
I have one. I have several. I own one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I played Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, there was one car that always stood out to me, and it was a mid to late 2000s Volkswagen Golf. That's what my rabbit is.
And then, man, and so like, what kind of vehicle is that?
It is it's technically considered a hot hatch, is what it's technically called.
Okay.
Which is
it's like a hot rod.
No. The hot hatches are usually it's a decent horsepower hatchback.
Which I don't know what that is.
A hatchback is, you know how vans have that door sometimes that swings upward?
Uh-huh.
That's a hatchback. But in a normal size car. That's what the Rabbit is. It's a hatchback. No. Mike, when I first bought that car, I didn't even know how to open the hatch. You want to know why? Every other car I've ever seen, it has the hole in the handle. Do you know where the handle is for that fucking car?
I'm guessing at the back.
It is at the back. Yes, you dumbass.
Yes.
There's the back emblem, Volkswagen emblem.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know vehicles, man.
You push it in.
Oh, yep.
The emblem is the handle. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I wish I knew that 3 days ago when I went shit out of the hatch of the car.
Yeah.
No, originally I lowered the back seats and I climbed my happy ass back there.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, that fucking side. That car's tiny. Well, okay, it looks tiny. It's actually very spacious on the inside. Very spacious. You would know, you've been in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's a big guy and he fits in that passenger seat. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I'm 5'8", but I'm like a giant 5'8".
He's thicker than the thickest bitch you know.
I'm a monstrous person. But the thing is that I'm a very jolly and sweet monstrous person.
He's Kratos if he actually smiled.
Yeah. You know, not to bring up God of War, but I was actually, you know what? I'm going to save it for another day because there was something I was thinking about the other day, and I'm going to save it for another topic.
Thank God, because I don't need another 2.5 hour God of War rant.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's just so current right now, and there's just a lot of stuff going through my mind since Ragnarok. But anyway, so like with me too, the weird thing is that there's only one thing that YouTube didn't start for me, and that was cooking. That was with my ex, and she was really into it. And her and I were always close ever since we were like little tiny kids, you know. And she was really into cooking, and I just wanted to spend time with her, so I just was in the kitchen helping her out, you know, being funny and stuff. And after a bit, you know, I actually got kind of interested in it, and even after our breakup, it was like, you know, I'm kind of just in the kitchen, you know, doing things, and I didn't know how to cook. I'm just going to say right now, my mom cooked for us most of the time in our childhood, and I just, you know, spent most of my time playing video games because I was a piece of shit as a kid, and you know, I took it for granted, and so for quite a few years, I was learning how to cook, but then I was watching YouTube on like how to cook and just stuff like that. And I ended up getting really, really good. And like the time I spent with you and your ex-wife and stuff, I was just kind of starting to get to know how to cook. I was just getting a little excited about it. Now it's like to a point where I'm coming up with my own recipes. I'm not looking at recipes anymore. I'm writing my own down. I'm making my own seasonings, everything. So, yeah, that's how passionate I am about cooking. And again, like I watched Sam Cooking Guy, and it helped me so much. And I like today I made in like, I don't know, an hour, I made a 1-pan rice dinner, and that's going to hold me off for quite a few days. And it's fucking delicious, and it's my own recipe. And yeah, like, and then I went to this place in Albion. It was called West Main, which the cook there had a heart attack, sadly. But he made this burger, and I was just looking on the menu, you know, because my dad and I were just trying to get something to eat, and I was like, the West Main burger, huh? Okay, I'll try it out. And I wasn't really a big burger guy because burgers are so boring. It's always the same fucking thing with a burger. And it's like the lettuce, the tomato, all that. And, it was always just like, it's so it's like the same fucking old thing. I tried this burger and I didn't know what onion jam was, but I tasted something sweet. And it was like, this is new. And it was one of the greatest culinary experiences I ever had in my whole fucking life. So anytime Dad said we're going to West Main, that was all that I got there. Like, I tried other things on the menu and they were delicious. The guy specialized in meats, but this burger, I was like, holy shit, this burger is just mind blowing. And then I heard he's done. And it's like, my favorite burger is gone. His burger is still better than mine by far. I will never be able to have it again, which is sad. But because of him and that place, which is no longer a restaurant, I was inspired to make my own onion jam because, I wanted to make my own at home. And I found out you can do more with it than just burgers. But, I'm making this onion jam stuff and my wheels kind of turned. And I'm like, I could make different kinds of these onion jams if I just got a little creative, and I'm just starting at this point. So they're not like perfect yet. I wasn't even a perfect cook yet at this point, but it's like, I started like experiment with like different flavors and stuff. And then my light bulb went off and I was like, man, should I talk to my dad about it? Because I didn't know if it was a good idea. And I don't remember how this came up, but we were driving and I said, I've had this on my mind for a bit. And he's like, what's up? And I said, I'm thinking about like a burger business in the future, like I want to do just onion jam burgers because my dad's girlfriend currently right now, she was selling pork burgers on the side at the courthouse, right on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling like fucking crazy and they were plain. There was nothing on them. You just, if you want mustard on whatever, but they sold like fucking crazy. And so then my wheels turned and I was like, could you imagine what you could do selling onion jam burgers like that? Like I don't need toppings and all this stuff, right? And I told him about it and I was like, man, he's going to tell me that's a fucking horrible idea. He was all about it. And he's like, have you thought of a name? And I'm like, well, I got a channel called Dream Battles. What about Dream Burgers? And he was like, I fucking love it. And then later on, Matt, I found this out like a few months ago. There's already a fucking place called Dream Burgers. I was so fucking pissed off. So now I got to change the name to like Mike G's Dream Burgers.
What you do is you do my favorite thing, and it's not burgers, it's borders.
Oh my gosh, you. Oh. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Dream Burgers. Dream Burgers. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going to do that.
Because you can't do anything now. It's changed.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just going to call it Mike G's Dream Burgers, but Dream Burgers? Fuck it. I'll do it. Dream Burgers. So, I didn't start the business back at Noble County at home. I was just kind of experimenting, making these random burgers at home, test out the sauce and trying to find a bun, and then I moved. I moved and I was still experimenting. And then finally I was able to get this thing going because my mom has a chicken business, a little side chicken business. And I was like, hey, can I like do my burgers on the side or something? And so I did my burgers on the side and I was fucking dead nervous, man. I still remember who my first customer was. It was my neighbor. And I forgot his name at the moment, but really nice guy. He's just a little younger than me. And he was my first customer and he fell in love with the fucking burger. And I had people, coming up, getting burgers here and there. And then it started growing more. And then people had a hard time coming because, gas prices were too much and it was too much out of their way. So I just started delivering burgers to work. I was making the burgers the night prior, and I told them, I said, it's not going to be fresh. Just keep that in mind. But they ate it up anyway. And man, I was delivering burgers to work, man, making some nice cash on the side. And I really love it because, it's so cool to see people like, love your stuff. And I have 2 guys that like order like 5 to 6 of them, and it's like, those are my big money guys, so it's always nice to have customers like that. And oh yeah, so like, and then it's like, okay, I want to perfect my burger because people like it, but I know it can be better, because I'm not a burger expert, right? Like, there's people in the world who just specialize in it, and they are considered the best burgers on earth. So I'm still doing research on like, what's the perfect burger patty and what's like the perfect bun. And, I'm just like looking into all the, like Matt, you have some kind of access to the Dream Battles channel. You go to my history of, you will see so many burger videos. It's not even funny.
All right.
Like,
all right. To cut you off, some access, I literally, if I want to be an ass, I'm going to delete everything.
Oh, okay. You have that much
full access.
So like, you can go to my history of, you will see so many burger videos. If you just scroll down, like Burger Show and Sam Cooking Guy Burgers and Ballistic Burgers and just, it's like, yeah, just, man, it's nuts. Like, so many of them. And all I'm trying to do is like get the perfect crust on my patties and, and just trying to get ideas, because now I want to do more than onion jam burgers. I've got so many onion jams now that it's like, I am good. If I ever want to change it up with the onion jam, I always can. I have the recipes.
All right.
I am sticking with one though, because it was so popular and people liked it so much that it was like, this is the staple one. So this is like the one everyone likes. And so you go ahead. Sorry.
I was supposed to say something.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to. I heard you there for a moment, and I just kept talking, and I'm like, okay, you can go.
My brain can't compute anymore.
But so like, I don't know if I mentioned this either. We have a cashew burger, a PB&J burger, and we have our 5-star burger now. So I'm only adding 3 burgers to the menu, but like, that's enough though. Honestly, like. So yeah, YouTube has also just helped me a lot burger wise with my burger business as well, because I'm learning so much shit just like, watching videos, and it's great. And I'm gonna guess that you also watched a lot of YouTube for cars as well. That's my guess.
Like I literally have stated, 2 of the YouTubers I mentioned, all about cars.
Yeah,
cars, drifting, other things.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I even watch Adam's girlfriend. She does her own car shit. It's great.
Do you want to know what I wish there was though? And I can't believe there's not a channel about this. It's just about like creating characters and stuff, and just being creative and fan fictions, and it's like there's some kind of channels like that. But
have you talked to the D&D community?
Yeah, but that's like different though. It's not the same as like, developing your own stories and your own lore, and there's not a lot of that out there. It kind of makes me want to just do my own fucking channel about that kind of shit.
Well, because the way it works,
dream creation.
The DM creates the world, the lore, the characters you interact with. It's up to the players to decide whether they want to be enveloped in that world and create more of it.
Okay. Yeah, but there's like specific isn't there like specific rules when you're like creating characters and stuff? And
you just have to follow all the character creation rules, and whatever the DM says is allowed. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem with it though, is Like there are rules of some kind.
Well, yes, because you can't be the fucking level 1 character with 20 everything on your stats and you're a fucking brick house.
But that's the problem too. It's like there's stats and it's designed for a game, right? And so it's kind of like what I'm going for is like storytelling and like I don't really know how to explain it.
See, that's the thing about any tabletop RPG. There's fucking layers upon layers of character creation. Yeah. It's not just the stats. You can go straight to character appearance, backstories, their fears, their likes, their fucking family tree. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's also kind of like every character I create, you know me, I love powers and abilities.
Yep.
And one of the things, and something I've gotten really good at is like doing really good scaling power wise on characters and like developing their powers and their skills and like creating these feats inside of my head and making it like really convincing. And that's just been fun for me. It's just a shame that there's not channels that do that kind of stuff aside from D&D stuff, but
it's because it requires a lot of work.
Yeah.
And even though there's literally people that sink months and months into videos.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't want to do it.
It's funny that I'm bringing up like character creation stuff because something else I've noticed in life lately is like the things that I am obsessed with, I kind of have to hold back a bit with people because it kind of affects my social life to some degree. And so if you go too heavy into your like passions and stuff, it can kind of push people away, and it can kind of annoy them. And so I've been a lot better about it, just like, keeping a balance with it. And this is just advice for anybody, right? Like,
Yeah, shall I remind you of the first time you explained ARMS to me and it was a 6-hour paragraph read?
Oh God. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And so just, I've been way better about it and I don't do that as much anymore. And I haven't really, I don't really talk about that stuff as much as I used to just because I don't want to push people away and annoy them or,
Hence why I don't bring up my car, because anytime I bring it up, even though it's a big passion of mine, the chat just commits suicide.
I understand, man.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to talk about my passion, but there's no one to talk to about it. No one.
Well, that's why you got to get into like groups and communities that are all about that, though.
See, that's the problem. I don't like dealing with other people I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It was hard for me too. But that's what happens though. Like you meet people and then you get to know them. And I wasn't just always friends with Trevor and Jacob and all those guys. We just stumbled upon each other and just started talking. And then our friendship built over time, like how you and I met, and sometimes you got to do that stuff, my man. Like, I would love to get into a group that's all about like, writing stories and creating characters.
No, see,
I would love to. I would love to do something.
My dream right now is because it's something I'm pretty sure you're going to bring up too. Because might as well use this as a way to update what's going on in this shit show we call a channel. That's also a podcast. It's also mad spending 6 fucking hours editing one goddamn video. And it was 3 letters away from calling the video that Matt shoots himself cut.
Yeah.
I'm not. All right. Little behind the scenes. If anyone's wondering why the God of War episode's uncut, it's because I did not want to watch that video back again and again.
I don't blame you.
A normal hour-long episode takes me 3 to 4 hours to edit.
Yeah.
Like this one. This one will take 3 hours. Actually, this is probably going to take like 20 minutes because everything's actually just kicking off.
Yeah. I think, man, it's kind of weird. Like this episode's supposed to be about our journey in YouTube, which it is, but it's like, again, I'm realizing it's not so much tangent. I'm realizing that YouTube has affected us in such a way in life that it's just affected a lot of things outside of life, whether it's for good or worse, and yeah. So like,
yeah.
My biggest question is, do you regret YouTube at all in any way? And if there's anything you would change, what would it be?
I'll admit, I regret taking the what's like a fucking 3-year break I took.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I gotta actually look up how long this fucking break was, because the last year, as I discussed in one of my own videos, was the most productive year I've ever had in YouTube.
Yep.
Oh god, it wasn't. It was a 4-year break.
And plus this channel too has been quite the job for you.
This one's helped out quite a bit. I think the only thing I regret is that there's a little series I wanted to do. Mike knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I quit halfway through the pilot because I lost the fucking thing for a while. Yeah. And halfway through the first episode.
And I've told you before, like, being a part of this team for Dream Battles, this is a really good opportunity for you to redeem yourself and learn, what we are doing. And so you can apply what you've learned and put it into Waifu Wars, which you have the potential. Look, when I started my Versus channel, like I sucked, and then I ran into Rico, and dude, just watching him alone taught me so much, and just talking with him taught me so much shit.
Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, if everyone wants to see what that was going to turn out to be, I'll have Mike post. I think it's which one? I already
have it.
Because the videos are unlisted, channel. So you can't just easily access them anymore.
I have a video on the YouTube on the Dream Battle channel advertising your Waifu Wars, and there's a clip that plays in it.
Dude,
and you guys can
you didn't play a clip. You legitimately played the entirety of what had the pilot done.
Yeah, the whole pilot.
Yeah, but I'll have Mike, I don't know if it's going to work, but post a link to the playlist of that if you want to take a look at it, because it was going in a direction. Whether it's good or not, that's to be decided.
We always start off bad with something that we are unfamiliar with. And even though I had done Versus videos before that, they weren't like the ones I'm doing now. They were just me sitting as I am now and just talking. No script, just me going over my thoughts. It was a whole new thing for me to even script. So I didn't know how to do it.
Like the crazy thing is, though, even though it's mainly because I can look through my analytics showing that no one really gave a fuck about the trailers and everything I did. You could tell that due to how many views there are on those trailers that people had interest. It's just I didn't have the execution.
Yeah, exactly. And you will if you want to get back to it again. I promise that. You just stick with us.
I mean, there is one Dream Battle I am currently supposed to co-host. I'm not spoiling shit. Don't think you can get that out of me.
Nope. We ain't telling you guys. It's real special, but that's your regret, dude. Okay.
And not just that, it's just there's so many things I want to do, just so little time. I would
say you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would start to love doing automotive stuff since like I'm still in this process of fixing this damn car. And I'm not talking about, you watch me change the brakes on this fucking thing. No, I'm talking about actually going through, ripping out the seats, putting new seats in, the steering wheel, all the fun shit. Just watching it transform to what it was. Well, from what it was, what it is now. Problem is, though, like I've said before, I don't have a camera. I don't have the money. I don't have someone to hold the damn camera.
Yep.
It's bad enough that I have to spend $1,200 on a new set of wheels and tires.
Yeah. It's man, hobbies are fucking pricey, man.
See, that's the bad thing. It's not even a hobby. It's just work that actually needs done to the car so I can drive it.
Yeah. But I'm
those,
just talking about like if you want to do a channel like that, passions like that are pricey, man.
It also depends on what kind of cars you're buying, though, to do it. Like if you're buying an old 1980s Mazda RX-7 FC, that's about 25-30 grand. And that's without the engine.
Yeah.
And that's if someone's being generous.
I would say for me, like, I would say the thing I regret is, I would say the fallout that had occurred in the past. Like, and like, yeah, the particular person was a total jerk. Numbers did get to his head, but at the same time, numbers did get to my head too. And there have been times currently in the last few years where numbers did bother me a little bit. And I had to learn to, not do that. And I regret getting jealous is what I regret, because he and I started off in the same place and he was going off in a good direction. I was on the same road with him, but I wasn't going anywhere. And it bothered me, and all the friends around me, I felt like it didn't matter what I did. I always felt like they were better and they were more likable, and people didn't want to listen to me. Nobody wanted to watch my stuff. And, and it sucked being in that friend group because I love them as friends, but I didn't enjoy being a part of the content creation because I felt like I was just like, a waste of time. I felt like I was wasting my time because I wasn't benefiting anything, and it got me upset and I got jealous. And I would say that's what I regret. But at the same time, I'm glad I went on my own and started Dream Battles. Like, I'm not a big channel, right? Like, we're not a big channel with Dream Battles or anything.
No.
But the thing I was able to do is I was able to prove someone wrong, and with only 30 videos, over 30 videos, in which some of them aren't really like good, like big videos or anything. Some of them are real short and three of them advertised my Dream Stories quote unquote channel that I attempted, and that's really about it, really. But like, that is really impressive to be where I'm at with only that many videos. And not a lot of people can say, like, I only have 30 videos and I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. Granted, it took me a long time to get to where I am, but like, not being very active and getting to that point is something I'm really proud of. I no longer let those numbers get to my head. I don't worry about audiences anymore. I don't care if a friend of mine has more subs than me or is growing faster than me or anything. I don't care about that anymore.
Since you already mentioned it without mentioning names, I want you to keep this in mind, everyone listening. 30 videos. 1,700 something?
It's 1,960 something.
Okay.
But
so
I can't get over 1,970. I've been stuck there for a year, but it is what it is.
But point being, Mike straight up has that many subs with 30 videos. We have a friend that's past him. Correct? He is, right?
He is below, but he's growing faster in numbers. Way faster.
I say he's at like 1,700, but
he is going to go ahead of me here real soon at the rate he's at.
But he also has well over 100 videos.
Yeah, a lot more than 100 actually.
That's what I said, well over.
Yeah,
because I'll get to it off the cast because I'm pretty sure they know who they are.
I gotta say though, like, I was told I wouldn't even have 1,000 subs because I sucked.
And
I was
now
told
you
that.
are.
Yeah, I have only 30. You know what? It took that person who told me that to make, over 100 videos to get where he's at, and it only took me 30 or more just to get where I'm at, and I proved that person wrong. And I mean, here's the thing. I would love to make amends someday. I would love to make that possible. I would love to, talk to my old friends again, but it's hard to. It's hard to get a hold of them. And it is what it is. I gotta say though, like that is my regret, and it showed my bad side. Like we're not perfect as people. I mean, we're gonna make mistakes, and I made a lot of mistakes on the way here, and I had to really improve myself. And I would say that I'm pretty good right now, and I myself some things to learn. And like the whole like holding back on the passions thing, like I had to learn that the hard way. And yeah.
So Mike's not the only one. I have, best way to put it, a fuck ton to learn.
And that's okay. I mean, we're not perfect, man. It is what it is. And
I'm going to put a little criticism on Mike. What he needs to learn is computers are better. I've been for those who don't know, that's a joke because Mike deadass refuses to buy a computer, which I can't blame him.
Computers are better.
I can't blame him.
I know they're better. Yeah, I just like what I have, and it does what I need it to do. And but I know computers.
As I've told Mike, when the time comes when he wants to, I will assist.
Yes,
but I build my junker.
Here's my last question. I think though, do you think this journey of YouTube has affected our friendship in a lot of ways?
I mean, there was that one time you had an ego trip about having more subs, and we'll smack the fucking shit out of you through a phone. Yeah,
that's the kind of bullshit that I had to improve on, and that was my numbers problem. Like, yeah, I was a piece of shit. Like, I got jealous of people, and I don't know. I'm better. I'm better now. I'm better.
Was?
Well, yeah,
I
was jealous of people, man. Stupendous wave.
Why the fuck are you jealous of me? I had less of everything.
And well, no, never mind. Just
yeah, now it makes no sense. Aha.
No,
fuck! I just punched my microphone. Jesus.
No. What I meant by that was stupendous wave. Like there were people I was jealous of, and then there was with some people where I was like, well, look where I'm at, man. Like I had to work hard and all this stupid shit, but I was an asshole when I did that. That was stupid of me. But now I look at you, and you might have less numbers, but I look at you and me as equal. That's how I look at us, honestly. Like numbers don't fucking matter.
No,
they just don't. So, yeah, you are an equal, and I personally think YouTube has really enhanced our friendship in a lot of good ways. I really believe that. What is that light turning on behind me constantly for? I don't know.
Spooky.
But, oh boy, it's probably because my mom and my stepdad are trying to go to bed and they can hear me, but it's what it is, man. But yeah, like how has YouTube, you think, like enhanced your friendships and our friendship?
A lot of badass people through, not technically through YouTube, technically not. Because all this stems Mike meeting the other people that I've known in this team through a stupid idea I had back when I was married. I'm not allowed to discuss that idea because that is in 2 episodes of Dream Battles.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yep. So the other thing I found out too is all you gotta do is find and friend one person, and then you like have a social group that you meet, and I'm really glad I could do that for you. I mean, granted, I don't know how you feel about everyone else in the group, but I'm just glad you're in it and you're social and and bonds to be made.
If I stub my toe on Trevor's rock again, I'm fucking killing him.
That's okay. My rock is better. It won't stub your toe.
Right, I'll just break it.
Oh,
hey,
fuck.
Breaking is better than stubbing because it just. Oh. Okay.
But this one's been going on for quite a bit now. It's getting dark out. I think we're going to bring this one to an end. This has been a really interesting episode. thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Mike, and this is my buddy Matt, and we are about everything. See you guys soon.
See ya.